On today's episode of Leaked, the Black Series figure that's bundled in with the game Jedi Fallen Order may be available elsewhere. There's a rumour the Vintage Collection has yet another Luke Skywalker coming. Dockside Toys has a bundle of busted toys. You'll see the photos right here. And the rumoured listing of the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary figures. All this and more coming up. Welcome to my television toy showcase channel. We have a bumper packed episode today. Let's start it off with Dorkside. On their Instagram, they showed images of, well, apparently they got 100 cases of, was it Wave 6? Into their warehouse, wherever they get them shipped into, and they're all busted up, and they put a big complaint about there's over 300 figures that are damaged. I checked their website and they have listed a non-mint card of Chewbacca for $10.49. So if you're an opener, head over there. They're going to start listing a lot of these up. People bought them in the whole sets, you know, the whole waves, the whole cases, and they're all busted up. Look at those pictures. Devastating. As we know, adult collectors collect vintage, not so much the kids. There are adult collectors who buy two, so they can leave one mint on card and take one out loose. Therefore, it becomes a collectible thing, so the cards have to be good. So when they're busted up like this, sad times, they've got to be clearanced out. I'm sure they're very, very disappointed of the way that they've received them. So Dockside Toys has got some cheap stuff coming up if you're keen. Check them out. Quick update on the Hot Wheels commemorative ships. I showed you in a previous episode the new ships. There's 5 available very, very soon. There's 4 more later in the year. Those 5 original ones are up on eBay, and look at this price there. $74.99 US, and they're calling it Case A. So there's a Case B is going to be the next case later on in the year. Very stiff price, isn't it? They're US dollars too, so that converts into like 140 Australian dollars. Wow. Excellent. Something all of us would like to see right now would be lots of Star Wars on the shelf. Now these images, thanks to Yakface for retweeting them, they are originally from Instagrammer Wombat and Chips, and apparently they live in Pittsburgh, and having Wombat in the name jumped out at me because I'm Australian. Wombats are obviously native to Australia. Wombat and Chips put up these. It's called Toyland, and there's Ross Park Mall. And here you've got TIE Fighters, Big Figs, Porgs, Rogue One stuff, Last Jedi stuff, Solo stuff, Forces of Destiny, plenty of ships, the electronic Chewbacca, the AT-ACT Rogue One Walker. There's Disney Elite series, heaps of Black series, Episode 1 stuff, the Power of the Force stuff, Revenge of the Sith, Vintage Collection, Force Awakens, Rogue One, Black Series 3.75. Oh my god, there's so much goodness in all that. It's like, wow, this is what this is when we go to like our department stores, this is what it should look like. It shouldn't be a little tiny independent shop that decides to get everything and put it on like a good price. This should be everywhere. This is what it should look like. It hasn't looked like this in such a long time. So if you enjoy Star Wars, collecting in the wild, like going toy hunting like me, this is the ideal shop. Most of us have ended up being online shoppers, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of fun. It's like, dude, you've got your figure, you know, it gets sent in the mail. It's like when you go out and hunt for it. I will be doing a video later on, probably sometime next week, a toy hunt for Big W. That's our Walmart here in Australia. They're doing a big toy sale. Hopefully they get a heap of Star Wars figures. At the moment they're setting up, and look what I found. Yeah, lightsabers, I know. And episode 8 lightsabers too. I was like, oh, episode 9. No, that wouldn't be out yet. So episode 8 stuff. We've seen this before. They're giving it back to us. Oh my god, it must have been sitting in a warehouse in China. Moving on. Wave 2 of the archive collection we've said is available, popping up in stores. As we've seen, I showed in a video previously, Target stores. Another Target store has some. This one here is from John Man 98. Looks like a Walmart store with that blue trolley, or as you call them, carts. Very nice. Looks like he's walking out with a couple of each. Good job, my friend. Let's talk about the E3. Now, E3 happened recently. I'm not a big gamer. You might be. I think you young fellas who follow me are awesomely big games because I've seen a few of your channels and a lot of gameplay on there. Anyway, at E3, they announced something we knew was going to happen. The Jedi Fallen Order game's coming, and if you buy the deluxe bundle, you get an action figure. And the rumors on the street, we don't know what it is. People have pre-ordered it before, and we've seen a little thing. It says Black Series figure coming. It doesn't say what the series figure is, but we've rumored it's the Inquisitor / Purge Trooper. You can see on the poster here. That's the figure that's going to be packed in. It's possible that this figure will be available separately at Disney stores, Disney parks. They'll put it in there as well as like their exclusive figure they can only get from there without having to buy the video game. So maybe if you've got a friend who likes playing video games, doesn't really like the action figures, you might be able to get the figure that way, or you can just get it from the Disney parks as well. It's up to you. So thank you to Yakface for that information. Moving on to the Empire Strikes Back stuff. Now this is quite surreal. Put that picture up on the screen. We have Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary figures for 2020 or 2020, if you want to say it like that. And there's 8 figures in the set. And as you can see, figure number 1 is new. Figure 2 through 6 are repack and photorealistic. So it's Black Series figures we've had already in the Black Series line. They're going to fix up the face, probably tweak a little bit here and there, repack them onto the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back cards. And then the 7 and the 8 are the exclusives. And possibly one of those exclusive 7 and 8 we already know is going to be Luke Skywalker Dagobah. So if you've got 8 figures, I can tell you the characters right now without having to say it. There should be Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, C-3PO, R2-D2, Lando, Darth Vader. There you go. I mean, like, is that it? Because the Star Wars 40th anniversary, New Hope, had 12 figures. Then some exclusives, which were the R5-D4 and the X-Wing Luke Skywalker flight suit. I mean, like, that is a bigger line. This seems a little bit like smaller. It's like, we are getting the Boba Fett. Is that counted? Maybe that one's already released for San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know. It just looks very small. It looks like this might be a tease to begin with. This might be it. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the Vintage Collection. Now this, we've talked about this before regarding Luke Skywalker being in the Vintage Collection as the Yavin Luke Skywalker, with the medal around his neck, and I put up a custom picture of him. People said, hey, is that available yet? Yes, I know. We were showing what would look like. I've done it with the Leia as well. She's got the Yavin card back. Someone made it. I put it in a video. Check that video out if you want. Anyway, so we know there's a listing for it. So Luke Yavin's on the way. But there's also now another Luke, just not to confuse you, coming soon in the Vintage Collection. This is what happens when people say there's not enough OT characters. Over at Lucasfilm, they go, you can have all the OT characters, and we end up with a bunch of Lukes. In San Diego Comic-Con, they're going to have a 3-pack of Luke. It's going to be called the Luke Jedi Destiny or Luke Jedi Legacy. One or the other. The pack looks like this. There's the figures that are in it. And one of these guys is going to be single card packed onto the Vintage Collection. Now my thoughts are it should be the Luke Stormtrooper because it will complement the Han Solo that's just been released in the Target stores, the Target exclusive. So those two will go together. But later in the year there's a rumor that the X-Wing is on the way, so we should get the flight suit one on a Vintage card. Possibly. What do you guys think? It's another one for you. Let me know in the comments down below. Interesting news I want to share with you here. The Black Series numbering may well finish at 99, or that's it. They are going to possibly have new packaging. Possibly. It's just a rumor. There's definitely a red Stormtrooper, which is the Crimson one. There's definitely going to be 2 Mandalorian figures coming on October 4th, and it looks like one of those, other than the Mandalorian himself, will be the female character, Cara Dune, I believe. vintage collection vehicle around the same size as the hover tank, a premium Kylo Ren saber with lights and sounds. Wow, this is some very cool news. So more details I'll let you guys know. My affiliates, Mighty Heroes, for all your Star Wars, Marvel, DC, TV and movies, check them out today. Link in the description down below. And Jeff over there at Sci-Fi Collectibles, he has all your really hard to find exclusive figures, especially here in Australia. He ships worldwide. Check him out today. Link in the description down below as well. I've got some shirts. Whack them up on the screen. Hit, tap, slap. Usualmike says. Usualmike television, and a whole vast array of new shirts available now, and some new ones coming soon. Check them out as well. The designs are always different. They'll go into shirts, they'll go into bags, coffee mugs, you name it. Check it out today in the Redbubble store. Link in the description down below. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Usualmike30 and on Instagram at Usualmike Television. If you'd like to send some fan mail, there's the address. PO Box 957 Lismore, New South Wales 2480 Australia. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, tap the little bell for notifications, slap a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. All the best.